First, we did quarterbacks. Then it was running backs. After that, it was wide receivers. And now it's time to fix every tight end's biggest weakness. As per usual, let's start in alphabetical order, man. The Chicago Bears and Ckbirds. His awareness is a measly 73 because he's such a young tight end. And trust me, we're going to increase other things except awareness in this video. It's not just going to be increasing everyone's awareness. I promise you that. Plus 20 to this man's awareness. He's now 77. The Bengals' new starting tight end is Hayden Hurst, who I didn't know was this fast. 87 speed is crazy. Like, he's a good run blocker. He can catch the ball. Awareness is okay. You know, he's still kind of young, but the one thing that stood out to me is his lack of strength. He's 6'4", 265, easily the biggest guy on his team, one of the biggest in the league, and he only has 69. So we're going to give him a plus 10 to that category. Now he's the highest on the team. Dawson Knox, one of the faster tight ends in the league. They actually have two of them on the Bills. OJ Howard as his backup. But yeah, Dawson, great after the catch. However, that break tackle leaves a lot to be desired, man. 21 less than OJ, 30 less than Taysom Hill, and third most on his own team. So we're gonna give him a plus 15 up to a 68. Alberto, another speedster at tight end. His awareness kind of low. He's only a 2-year player, but I found an even bigger weakness than that awareness, man. His run blocking is a measly 59. I'm gonna add 10 to that category and make it a 69. Jocko's another well-rounded tight end, 6'4", 246, good size. His biggest weakness, however, has to be the lead block, lowest on the team, 23 lower than the leading tight end. So we're gonna fix that and give this man a plus 15 to his lead block. The starting tight end in Tampa Bay is not Gronkowski, okay? They're going with Cameron Brate as of right now, and his speed is very bad, okay? 78. Gonna give him a plus 10 to his speed, and now he's one of the faster tight ends in the league. I thought about changing Ertz's speed because he is struggling in that category, but somehow his run block is only a 56, third on the team, and 19 less than teammate Max Williams, who is top 5 in terms of blocking tight ends, you know, but still, that's not good enough, man. We got to make him at least above average. So let's give him a 66 plus 10 to his run blocking. Now, Gerald Everett actually has the same strength as Hayden Hurst. If you remember, that's the man we increased his strength. So I definitely thought about it. However, the awareness is way too low. Just because it's the best on the team does not mean it's any good, man. Plus 20 to that category, up to a 91. I bet you thought it was going to be damn near impossible to find a weakness for Travis freaking Kelce. 99 overall. Well, I have some news for you.
Bitch, you guessed it.
That carrying, ain't it? And hey, man, you might be right. Okay, I may have had to reach a little bit, but it is what it is. We had to find a weakness. Plus 10, he's still a 99. Now, Mo Alley-Cox is actually a pretty good run blocker. He needs to have more strength for his size, though. He's 6'5", 267, and only has 70 strength. However, the speed also could use some work. Like, he's still a great run blocker, so I feel like the speed would help him out a little bit more. And since we went plus 10 for the Bucks Cameron Brate, we got to do the same thing. So Mo Alley-Cox up to 91 speed. I definitely thought about doing speed for Dalton, but he's actually a lot faster than 81 speed. Like, if you use him, you would know. Maybe it's that acceleration, who knows? It could be a number of things, but the one thing I saw and I didn't like was the break tackle. Second on his own team behind Jeremy Sprinkle, 20 less than leading tight end Taysom Hill. So we're gonna give him plus 10 up to a 72, so he's above average. Mike Gesicki is already one of the best tight ends in the league, has very good stats, but like J. Cole said, nobody's perfect. His run block is 4th on his own team. Now, he probably don't ask him to run block as much as some other tight ends on their team, but hey, man, we're fixing everyone's biggest weakness, and his is that run block, and he's up to a 68. And now we're looking at Dallas over in Philly. He's one of the best tight ends when it comes to after the catch. Like, he actually plays like a tight end, like an old school truck you know, stiff arm you tight end. However, that man struggles with drops. I'm not gonna lie, man. Even though he has 86 catching, sometimes it feels like 68. Hopefully this translates to real life. I'm speaking it into existence, man. His catching will get better. Plus 5 in this video, and hopefully plus 5 this season. Kyle Pitts is an absolute stud. 91 speed, above average almost every single category, but that run block though. 2 people on his own team are higher. Like, that's just not going to cut it. Give him a plus 10 up to a 60. 66, which is respectable. Logan Thomas is actually a really well-rounded tight end. I feel like he might even be slightly underrated based on what his attributes are looking like and how little he gets talked about. But I did find an area of weakness, lead block, not even the highest on his own team. Gonna give him a plus 15 up to a 67. Just like Kelsey, you probably thought there was not one area of weakness for George Kittle, and you were close to being right. I'm not gonna lie to you. But being 6'4", 250 means you're not gonna be able to move like people that are not as tall as you, okay? So your spin move is gonna be a measly 64. 5 less than new teammate Tyler Kroft. Now Kittle's one of the highest at 74. The Giants' highest overall tight end is Jordan Akins. However, Ricky Seals-Jones is actually their starter when you look at their depth chart. He has potential, but oh my goodness, that lead block is only 38. That might be the worst I've seen. But we're gonna fix something else because it's just, even if we increase that, it's barely gonna be average. Let's focus on something that can actually change his overall, like his awareness. Let's go ahead and give him a plus 20 and take him up to an 89. Now, Evan Ingram, phenomenal after the catch, one of the fastest tight ends in the league. He also struggles with drops just a little bit, but that run block is tied for the 3rd lowest on his own team. How about a plus 10 up to a 68? New Jets tight end CJ Uzomah hopefully goes out and has a good season for them. But one glaring weakness that you see right off the bat is that COD, only a 65. Lowest on his own team. And obviously being 6'6" is going to be hard to change direction, but that's why we're here to fix things that they can't fix themselves. Hawkinson is a phenomenal tight end, very well rounded. He's 6'5", 251, which means he's not going to be moving like another former Detroit Lion, Barry Sanders. It's just not possible, which is why his spin move is only a measly 59. And once again, just because it's the highest on the team does not mean it is good, okay? 69 after getting a plus 10 to that category. Tunyon is a 6'5", 237 budding star at the tight end position. He has 96 catch, one of the highest in the league, but he's not the biggest guy, okay? So his run block, it leaves a lot to be desired. 16 less than the leader on the team, Mercedes Lewis. Let's give him a plus 10 up to a 70. And now we're looking at the Panthers. Tommy Tremble is actually going to be their starting tight end. And this one was pretty easy. He was a rookie last year. His awareness is in the 60s. It's a no-brainer. Give him a plus 20 up to an 87. So now he's a 74 overall. Now, yes, we've had people slower than Henry that we didn't increase their speed, but Henry has really good attributes at other places. Like, his speed is actually his biggest weakness. He's up to 92 speed. Fastest tight end in the league. One tight end who does not have speed as their weakness is Darren Waller, okay? He's 90. But my goodness, if you're 6'6", 255, you cannot have a 41 lead block. Gonna give him a plus 15, bring that up to a 56, which is at least respectable. Tyler Higbee, another guy that suffers from not fast syndrome. He has 10 less speed than Jacob Harris, his teammate. So let's even it out, give him a plus 10 to speed. Mandrews is an absolute monster with the ball in his hands, man. Easily one of the best tight ends in the league. So I was shocked when I saw this stat right here. 49 lead block. I thought for sure he was a way better run blocker than that. Maybe they're sleeping on him. I feel like he got slept on in real life. Very underrated. Let's give him a plus 15. Now, Troutman is actually their starter on the depth chart, but Taysom was the inspiration for this video. So we're going to work with him for this one. Now, this man has a lot of experience in the league, so I have no idea why his awareness is only a 73. We're going to give him a plus 20 because he's so good at almost everything else. Now he's up to a 76. Noah Fant, another guy who's just insanely fast at the tight end position, has great catching, 94, one of the best in the league, decent run blocker. Lead block isn't amazing, but I wanted to focus on his trucking because that's absurdly low. 10 less than teammate Will Dissly. Gonna give him a plus 10 up to a 74. Pat Freiermuth, 6'5", 258, had a great rookie season, okay? He's gonna thrive in that offense once again, but he kind of slow. So let's change that, okay? Plus 10 to his speed up to a 90. Brevin Jordan took about 10 seconds. As soon as I saw that awareness was a 58, I first gasped, and then I went ahead and wrote it down because we knew right off the rip that's what we had to upgrade, man, up to a 78. Austin Hooper's biggest weakness has to be that catching. It's only an 80, second highest on his own team, behind a 67 overall Jeff Swain. Gonna give him a plus 5 to his catching. Now he's the highest on his own squad. And then finally, Irv Smith Jr., great speed, pretty decent catching, but if you're going to be a receiving tight end, you got to have better release than 69. We're going to give him a plus 10 up to a 79. Now the top 10 overall tight ends didn't really change too much, okay? It's still the same for the most part, but you can see a lot of them got better. Which team will benefit the most from these tight end weaknesses being solved? Let's find out. Andrews and the Ravens take home the 1 seed. Kelsey, Waller, Mo Alley Cox, a fast version of him, Dawson Knox, Njoku, and Hunter Henry, okay. And then NFC camera break, Dalton shows, okay. Tunyon's team, Ertz and the Cardinals, Higbee and the Rams, Tommy Tremble, and then Panthers, and then the Saints with Taysom. Those are the playoff teams, but let's go ahead and see some stats. We'll just go team by team. Unfortunately, there's not a tight end category, so we're just gonna have to scroll through. Hayden Hurst so far, the most yards, most receptions, looking really good. Okay, Dawson didn't do terrible, 730 yards for Alberto. Njoku with a solid season. Oh, Jesus, Evans went crazy, but Cameron Brate almost had a 1,000-yard season, 10 touchdowns. He's easily a Pro Bowler. That might be a first-team All-Pro type of season. 10 touchdowns for Zach Ertz. Things you love to see. Everett with 1,000 yards, 92 receptions, and 8 touchdowns. Led his team in 2 of those 3 categories, man. That's insane. Look at Sky Moore out there going crazy. 1,000 yards for Kelsey. He's going to be in the All-Pro conversation as well. Mo Alley Cox, a fast version, 500 yards. Okay, 5 touchdowns. You love to see it. Dalton, a lot of receptions. Not a lot of yards, to be honest, though. Okay, where's the tight end? Gesicki, 94 and 10 touchdowns, bro. He's going to be in the All-Pro conversations as well. There's a lot of tight ends. Goddard had a good season that are going to be in the conversation for first and second team. Kyle Pitts with a phenomenal season, 90 for 900. Look at Logan Thomas, 950, 8 touchdowns. Kittle did his thing. That's what we expected. We expect him to do great things. Ricky Seals-Jones with a good season. Good for him. You love to see him. And 970 for Ingram. Not that many drops. I'm assuming, okay? They don't really show you, but I'm assuming. You have a stat line like that, you didn't have that many drops. Hawkinson with a good season. Tunyon had good receptions, not that many yards, but it is what it is. As long as his team was winning, they made the playoffs, I think. Hunter Henry led his team in yards. Wow, no 1,000-yard receiver over on the Patriots. Waller with 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Very respectable season. Higbee had more receptions than Cooper Kupp. I don't know why Madden hates Cooper Kupp in these simulations, man. Andrews led his team in yards. You had Taysom with 794, 9 touchdowns, and 73 receptions. Fant with a respectable season. So yeah, most of these tight ends did really well. Okay, not a lot of them performed worse than I was expecting. So yeah, I feel like we did a pretty decent job, man. MVP goes to the GOAT, Tom Brady. I was expecting that. After I saw like 4 guys on his team had double-digit touchdowns, I knew that was going to happen. But OPOY, let's see if we can get any tight ends. Okay, not in the AFC side. However, the NFC, nothing. That's just unfortunate. Tight ends get no love anywhere. Look, there's no best tight end, so they're not even mentioned. They're a footnote on the season. In the Super Bowl, we have Zach Ertz and the Cardinals against his former coach, Andy Reid, Travis Kelce, and the Chiefs, who had to go through a gauntlet, man. They had to beat the Ravens, the Raiders, and the Patriots. Meanwhile, the Cardinals took care of the defending Super Bowl champ Rams, Rodgers and the Packers, and then the GOAT and the Buccaneers. So they definitely earned their spot. This should be a great Super Bowl. 3rd and 5, 2-minute warning has been reached. This is arguably the biggest play of the game, man. We have Rondale in motion. Fake jet sweep. Connor up the gut. Not gonna get it. We fixed the run blocking of Zach Ertz, but clearly that was not enough, man. The defense of the Chiefs making a great stop. 4th and 2 from Narnia. And he misses it. Risky decision to go for it. Matt Prater, one of the best in the league. So I get the thought process, but that's just unfortunate. Now it's Mahomes' turn to just move them 10 to 15 yards, get in field goal range, and give them the Lombardi, man. Edwards-Helaire staying in bounds. And I jinxed Mahomes. I said he had no interceptions right before he threw one. Okay, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm doing my best to stop. I can't promise anything. Oh, Kelsey over the middle. You know he's great at catching and also carrying. Now that we increased it, remember, plus 10, that could have been a fumble if we did not change it. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? 1st and 10, time to waste clock and kick the field goal. 22 seconds. They have to go maybe 50, 60 yards. That's definitely not a great start. What was he thinking? Kyler, what in the world? Like, are you okay, bro? You need to go 50 yards. You dumping it off again. This man does not care. But GG's, the Chiefs take this one home. They benefit the most from every tight end fixing their weakness when their tight end was already 99. So don't take this experiment to heart, because it was just, you know, it was the next one in the series. Speaking of the next one in the series, defense after this, obliterate the like button if you want to see that one. That one we're gonna go on depth, man. There's a lot of things we could change about a lot of defenses. Okay, I cannot wait. Please subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you on the next one.
Nobody's safe. Came from heaven, we fresh out the gate. And I look like I came from LA. From New Jersey, I look like LA. I'm a water, I'm from in LA. I'ma get it, it's mine for the tape. Ride the beamer when I'm out of state. Could've beat, almost got me a case. Go Olympic, I'm winning the race. 911 cause I'm killing the game. Talking crazy, I'm going insane. Shifting gears and I'm switching the lane. Hop on stage, just go entertain. Going up so I'm making a name.